Good evening, lovely spirits. It's the wise servant here, Mr. Solace. Now, today I want to do this video discussing what's the secret meaning in numbers. You know, like 369, 1111, lucky number 7, things like this. Now, I know many of you may have pondered to yourself, what does these numbers mean? I know numbers have a divine meaning, and then you have many different people saying many different things about the meaning. So this causes confusion. Now, numbers have a very deep meaning, and I want to break this down to y'all. First thing we must do is I must ask y'all a question. And that question is, what's the smallest number? Now, I know a lot of y'all are like 0. And you're right. It's a deep thing. 0 is the smallest number. But 0 is the greatest number. Because if you multiply any number by 0, it will become 0. 0 will override it. I don't care how large the number is. The number could be 500 million times 0 equals 0. So 0 is the smallest number, but it is the greatest number because it overrides any other number. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. There's truly no number except 1. And all the other numbers came from 1. But then you have 0. And 0 is like the void. And 1 is like the one thing in the void or the space. So you have to grasp. 0 is the greatest. This is why if you multiply anything by 0, 0 will void it out. And it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. It's just like the word nothing. Now, a lot of y'all perceive this to mean absolutely nothing. But it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp because there's no such thing as nothing. If I asked you, what is nothing? Show me nothing. You couldn't. So you'd probably say, well, space. Empty space is nothing. That's what nothing is. But it's a deep thing you have to grasp. There's things in empty space. So if the space can't be nothing, grasp. When you look up in the stars in the sky, in space, there's objects, lights in the space. So the space isn't nothing. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. What is nothing? Like, truly think on that. What is nothing? There's no such thing. Now, if you look up nothing in a dictionary, it'll probably tell you something like, nothing is no one thing. So you have to grasp because that's a deep thing. Nothing is basically no independent thing or group. Grasp. This is what nothing is. So you have a name. This is a direct thing, a singular thing. It makes you independent. It makes you stand out. So that's something. But no name, no nothing, you still be, but you're nothing. So nothing is like that. There's no such thing as nothing. Nothing is just a matter of no one particular thing. Nothing particular. So that's all nothing truly means. And you have to grasp because it's a deep thing. We look at things wrong. The space is all. 0 is all. Nothing is all. Y'all have to grasp. Nothing is greater than everything. You have to grasp. Everything is inside of what? It's space. Or it's void. Whatever word you want to use. But everything in existence is existing in a space. And that space would be what we would call nothing. And you have to grasp. Nothing is more than everything. 0 is more than any number you could possibly name. Grasp. 0 times infinity equals 0. There's no number greater than 0. There's nothing greater than the space. Y'all have things wrong. So it's like God. If you want to view God, you have to understand God is the most smallest, invisiblest thing you could think of. But it's the greatest. Like 0. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Now, what do numbers mean? I know this is what we've all been waiting for. Solace, what do numbers mean? Give us the divine meaning behind numbers. And I'm about to right now. But make sure your spirit is in good balance. Not only that so that you grasp, but so that you learn the deepest thing you can ever learn. Now, what do numbers mean? Nothing. Numbers mean absolutely nothing. And you know this because you know men made up numbers. You know this. Numbers are man-made. Men made numbers to keep count of things they owned or things they were trying to own. And this is you included. So you have to grasp. Numbers are man-made. You're a number. 9-digit one. Social security number. That's who you are. But truly, that's not who you are. That's just your number. So your owner can keep count. Because it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Men made numbers, but there truly is no such thing as numbers. Grasp. You just have the things you have. What use do you need for numbers besides keeping track of things you have no business owning? Grasp. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. You don't need numbers for anything. Just think about that. You could live the rest of your life right now with no use of numbers. Numbers are what keep you in the box. But you have to grasp. Numbers are man-made. And this is how men get paid. Off of falsehoods. That you should already know in your mental is a falsehood. Now, I'm not throwing jabs or knocking anyone who provides the public with knowledge on the divine meaning of numbers. I'm not knocking them. Do what you do. But truth has to be spoken because a man could get paid off truth. Why do you have to get paid off lying? A man knows he doesn't know what numbers mean because who made up numbers? First, the man has to tell you the individual who invented numbers, and numbers go far back. So no one could tell you the first man who invented numbers. So you have to grasp, how can a man tell you what numbers mean and he can't even tell you the first man who made numbers? That's like a person telling you what geometry means, but they don't know who made geometry. They don't even know geometry. So you have to grasp. It's a deep thing. Numbers are made up and they don't mean anything. They only mean something to man because man made them up. So if you say a number to an animal, they don't know what you're talking about. Now you can train the animal to understand your numbers, but in their communication, they don't deal with numbers. What do they need numbers for? That's why you never seen an animal with a watch on. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Men get paid off breaking down the divine understanding of numbers, and this number means this, and that number means that. And it's a sad thing because truly we all know that men made up numbers. You know this. It's a deep thing, but you know this. Men made up numbers. And then other men came after that and they made up more stuff. Like 1, 2, 3. That's crapped out. Dice. 4, 5, 6. That's CeeLo. So men come along, they take the numbers and they do whatever they want with it, and they make up whatever they want with it. But you should know within your spirit that numbers don't mean anything because men made them up. So how could the number mean something if the man made up the number? Grasp that. Grasp that. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Numbers are man-made, and we can reach for knowledge through anything we choose, but it's not going to get you anywhere. It's a deep thing. Men made up numbers so they can keep count of the things in this life they were owning. Mind you, no one's supposed to own anything in this life. It's here for all of us. But greedy men, they start to take things that aren't theirs. Next thing you know, men own people. Then you have slavery. And you have men keeping count of their slaves. And things like this. So this is what numbers is for. And it's a deep thing. It's just like adultery. Many of you may think to yourself, Solace, is having sex with a married person a sin? Is this wrong? And I want to tell you, no, it's not wrong because nobody don't own nobody. What's wrong with y'all minds? Y'all are sick. You got to take a moment to think how sick y'all truly are. See, you're in a relationship with a woman and you're married to her. So this is your wife. So then if she cheats on you, then she's wrong. And this is a sin and she should go to hell. Mind you, you don't own her. Nobody owns anybody. So if a person cheats on you, then you just got cheated on. But when you start to think in your mind that a person should be punished for this, you're sick. That is to say, you own them. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. I know we like taking hold of things in the life, and then we try to do this with one another, and we don't realize it. But now, I'm not saying I would like to be cheated on. And I'm sure any woman that's been with me or with me would prefer the same thing out of me. They wouldn't want me to cheat on them. But if a woman was stupid enough to cheat on If a woman was stupid enough to cheat on me, there's nothing I can do. There's no punishment that she needs to get because I don't own her. Nobody owns anybody. Everyone is free to make their own choices. Everyone's free to change their mind in anything they're doing in any moment they choose to. If a person wants to just indulge into the physical and become completely lost within their Satan and just indulge in any physical thing they can, have sex with as many people as they can, and just go crazy in the life, they can do that if they choose to. We like to judge and tell people, man, this is not right and that is not right. But nothing's more wrong than another person telling another person what they shouldn't do. Because that's their piece of the life and they can do what they want with it. Because all is conscious and all is knowledge. So whatever dumb lost things they do, it will benefit as knowledge in the long run. Because we all connected. We all oneness in the life. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. We're all one in the life. The conscious is all one. So even though we have our own piece and we do our own individual thing, it's all connected to one consciousness. And whatever dumb thing one person do, it'll be knowledge. So We have to just understand people can do what they want as long as you do what you think. So if you think cheating is wrong, just make sure you don't do that. And you can't be controlling and trying to manipulate and tell people what they can do. And it's a deep thing. I'm not saying it like, oh, because y'all get lost and y'all think I walk on water. I'm not saying I'm not saying if a woman cheated on me, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna be like, you fucking mother, where's my gun? Got to die. No, I'm just playing. But you get my point. I'll be just like y'all, pissed the fuck off, but I know within self, people are free to do what they want. And I never lose sight of that. You cannot get to the point where you love somebody to the point where you want to control their thoughts and what they do. If she feels like I need to experience other men, who am I to get in the way of that or make her feel wrong for that? It is to say I own her. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. We got to start balancing ourselves out. It is okay to be mad for a time if you're done wrong. So I'm not saying if a person cheats on you, they're wrong. Because it's wrong for them to be with you wanting to be with someone else. This is wrong for them. They're not being truthful with themselves. So they'll be lied to you eventually too. So it's a deep thing. But as far as you, them cheating on you is wrong for you. So you see how everything goes with the individual. If your spouse cheats, that's wrong for you because it's hurtful for you. But them cheating is not wrong for them because that's what they wanted to do. For them to not do it, this is wrong for them because they're not being truthful with themselves, with themselves. So you got to grasp what I'm saying. People gonna do what they truly want to do. A lot of people are in relationships and they truly don't want to be in a relationship yet, but they just want to own a person. So they're like, I'm gonna live my life, but I'm gonna be with this person. So I'm just gonna cheat and do things like this. Hopefully they won't never find out, and then we can live happily ever after. And this is a horrible thing. You just be real. This is what we all have to learn to do. Be real with self. That way we can be real with everyone else. And this will bring a great deal of balance. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. But numbers, they mean nothing. If you teach the divine meaning of numbers, don't get mad at me. I'm not. Y'all know me. I don't overdo anything. You have brothers that have 50 videos going at people or one topic. I don't do this. So if you teach flat earth and you seen my flat earth video, how I destroyed flat earth, you don't have to get mad at me. I don't overdo things. I just do what has to be done and I go to the next thing. So if you teach numbers, you don't have to watch my video and then get mad and say, oh, Brother Solace is my enemy now and I have to compete with it. I'm off it. I already made my point. It's nothing you... See, this is what's deep about my videos. When I do them, there's nothing you can debate about it unless you just want to act like you don't live in reality. And then I leave it and I go to the next one. So no one needs to get stuck and angry. If you don't want to accept that truth, cool. Keep teaching lies. You can get paid off the truth. So you have to just think for a moment. We all know men made numbers. If someone tells you men didn't make numbers, then you live in another fucking... Pardon my language. If someone tells you men didn't make numbers, or you think in your mind men didn't make numbers, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But that's undebatable. And if you know men made numbers, then how can a number mean something divine? What the... Air Jordans are divine then, because men made those. You have to grasp. A lot of things y'all look at as divine and it's the gateway to understanding this man-made stuff. Men are lost. You have to grasp this. Y'all see the pyramids and all these great things, and y'all like, we have to learn this because this is truly our way to learn in truth. And it's like, if it's a man-made thing, you don't have to get that lost in it. It ain't gonna help you do nothing but get more lost. So when they crack the code of what the pyramid truly is, because I did a couple videos on it, then I caught myself. But I spilled too much beans, to be real. But in any event, when they crack the code on the pyramid, they're gonna learn a great deal of things. But it's gonna be all physical, and you're gonna get more lost in the physical like y'all are now. More lost from reality. More lost from life-made things and man-made things. Y'all have no clue the difference. Y'all say, oh, numbers are divine. Completely forgetting. Life is divine. Man is made by life. So man is divine. But when you get into the things that man made up, this has nothing to do with divine. You have to grasp that. It's a deep thing. But like I said, if you make videos on numbers, please don't get mad at me. It's not that deep. I don't have a clue who you are. So it's nothing because a lot of people think I be directly talking to them. I don't have no clue why. But it has nothing to do with you. I'm grown. I'm old. I don't want to play with any of y'all. So just cut it out. This is truth. Everything I speak is truth. I know some of the things I say a lot of people don't want to hear because they lost. They want to be lost. They like, I don't want to hear this. But it has to be said. Somebody has to be the sacrifice for truth. When I say sacrifice, I mean I could say the black woman is God and all the things the other brothers say. And y'all know I can. I could say the black woman is God and get on some science shit and make it sound realer than any of them can make it sound. Y'all know I can. It's the same with the Bible. I could start the preaching, oh, Jesus is the Lord and Savior. And y'all know I could break that Bible down better than the pastor. I could make it more believable than the pastor. Go watch my videos on the Bible. I'm cold-blooded with the Bible. I could make the Bible seem real. I can make the Bible seem like the real religion. Y'all know this. Y'all see me chop that Bible up. Y'all see me teach from that motherfucker too. So you have to grasp. I understand that book. I could teach a lot of falsehoods like everybody else. Better than everybody else. But I don't. For a reason. So I know a lot of y'all like, damn, Silas always say something different than everybody else say. Because y'all have to learn. If everybody keep doing the same thing, people not going to never learn. And this is going to be a problem. This is a problem. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Life is fucked up. Y'all all live in the life. And y'all all act like life is good. And y'all see clearly it's not. I don't care how dumb your brain is. I'm sure you can imagine a better, more equal, balanced, fair life where everybody's good. I'm sure everybody could think of that. So you figure if you can at least think of that, then that right there should let you know that life is fucked up. Because if life was so good, there would be no better life you could think of. And we all could think of some better shit. So let's just get real. Life is fucked up. And we need balance. This is why I sacrifice views and things of this nature, because people have to learn. At the end of the day, when people learn, it'll be fair for everybody, and everybody will have the wealth that they can just never even dream of, because it's more here in the life than any of us can consume or have. And y'all know this. There's more resources in the earth than any one person can have. We can all be, in money terms, billionaires. Grass. And y'all know this is a fact. There's enough room on earth where everybody can have their own 5 acres and grow and have all the resources and things they want and make all the clothes they want and trade whatever, do whatever they want. But you don't have to charge people for anything we have now. We can stop charging each other. Just walk in the store and take whatever you need. grasp. If everybody stop charging and everybody stop paying, what's going to happen? Nobody's going to fly out the sky and say, hey, where's my money? Because men is just charging each other. It's fucking retarded. Like, you see, so you got to get my point, man. Men just do things that make absolutely no sense when you step out and look and say, okay, if everybody just stopped paying and buying, nothing to happen. Except the greedy motherfuckers just won't be able to look special because everybody have the same stuff now. So that's the only thing that'll change. So that'll be the only thing that'll be a problem for the greedy people that don't want nobody else to look better than them. Because this is all it boils down to. You say, hey, we can all have an abundance. You're going to find people that say, no, I don't want that. Me being rich is what makes me special. That's all I have. So you have to grasp. Spirits is low. Things are bad here. But hopefully y'all can grasp and understand I come in good spirits. I'm not trying to piss anybody off or stir any of y'all the wrong way or make any people that teach things that I say is wrong. I don't want to make y'all feel bad or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. I'm not your enemy. 9 times out of 10, I don't even know who you are. So that's a beauty right there. You good. Get truth. If you don't want it, you do what you do. Like Brother Sanchez. He told me, in a nutshell, that I basically just destroyed Flat Earth. He didn't want to debate. He said, hey, man, your video got me really thinking. And I never heard from him again, but he's still teaching Flat Earth. So you have to grasp. It's a deep thing. Now, he can get paid off teaching truth, but I guess he has no desire to want to know truth. And the first truth is round earth, flat earth. Neither matters. Grasp that. When you find out if earth is round or flat, then what? Exactly. It's your main man Solace, the wise one. Y'all be groovy and stay in peaceful spirits.